Welcome to Science Easy Tech channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about standard deviation in Nursing Research and Statistics Unit 7 for BSc Nursing students. So this standard deviation video is the most requested video. This comes under part 11a. Already I have posted many parts with regard to nursing research as well as statistics. You can watch our channel playlist BSc Nursing Research and Statistics for more nursing research and statistic related videos. So this is based on Indian Nursing Council INC syllabus. Before moving on to the topic, if you are new to Science Easy Tech channel, just take a moment to subscribe our channel and also to press the notification bell icon in order to get connected with our latest updates. Let's move on to the topic. As I have told earlier, I have given the link in the description box of Nursing Research and Statistics playlist, as well as you can watch our channel playlist. I have given the link in description box as well as suggested iCards and end cards at the end of this video. Standard deviation. Standard deviation. What is standard deviation? Deviation means something dispersion or deviating. So from where the deviation is from the sample mean or population mean. So standard deviation measures the dispersion of data. It shows the average absolute distance of each point from the mean. So from the mean, how much the data has been deviated. Okay, so that you can measure by means of standard deviation. So in my normal probability curve video, already I have posted in our channel. I have explained clearly about how the standard deviation has been deviating from the midpoint. So in the midpoint, mean is equal to median is equal to mode in normal probability curve. And you have plus 1 standard deviation, plus 2 standard deviation on the right hand side, and on the left hand side you have minus 1 standard deviation, minus 2 standard deviation, like that it goes on. So here the standard deviation clearly tells how much the data has been deviated from the mean. So the greater the value of standard deviation, the more the dispersion or deviation will be. The greater the value of dispersion of standard deviation, the data will be further deviated or dispersed from the mean. So if the standard deviation value is very greater, it shows that it has been dispersed or deviated from the central mean to a greater extent. If it is very less, if the standard deviation is less, then it means that the deviation from the mean is very minimal. What are the merits of standard deviation? So it is the most reliable method. Okay, so you have quartile deviation, you have mean deviation, everything, but which is the very standard method of calculating is most of the times we will be using standard deviation because it is reliable, you can rely on it, it is accurate, and it is most widely used measure of dispersion or variability. I told it is reliable, so it is the most commonly used method of dispersion or variability. Then its computation involves all the observations. So you are going to take all the observations into consideration and you are going to compute it or calculate it. So these are all the merits of standard deviation. So what is standard deviation? Standard deviation measures the dispersion of data. It shows the average absolute distance of each point from the mean how much the deviation is there. So the greater the deviation, so the greater will be the value of standard deviation. What are the merits we have discussed? It is the most reliable method and most useful method for measuring dispersion or variability. As I have told, there are quartile deviation, mean deviation, everything, but this is the most reliable method when it comes to measures of dispersion. Okay, its computation is based on all the observations. So its computation, you are including all the observations or data and you are computing or calculating it. So there is high chance of reliability or accuracy. Next, we will see the demerits of standard deviation. Whenever you have some positive points, you will be having some negatives also. So we will see some demerits. What are the demerits? It is difficult to calculate and understand. So if you want to understand it, you should have some basic knowledge with regard to mathematics or statistics. So somewhat it is difficult to calculate. And even when you want to calculate the square root and all, you need to have a calculator. So without a calculator, it's very difficult, unless and until if it is a perfect square you can tell. For example, 9 is a perfect square number, so you can take the square root. Is after taking the square root it is 3, for 4 it is 2, like that. Suppose for 5 and all, no, you need to have some log books or some scientific calculators in order to compute it. Okay, so it cannot be used for comparing the dispersion of two or more series given in different units. So only a single thing you can do it. You cannot compare two or more different variables. Okay, two or more different thing which is showing the dispersion you cannot calculate and you can show it. And if it is affected very much by its extreme value, suppose if the given data has contains extreme value. So already I have posted a video on range. Range is nothing but the difference between the highest value and the lowest value. Okay, so here for example, in the given data I will give some raw data: 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 9 comma 20. See here, the smallest value is 2 and the greatest value is 20. So the difference is going to be very much. In such cases, the standard deviation what you are going to calculate it is somewhat it is going to affected by means of these extreme values. Suppose if the given data 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 7 comma 9, so there is no much difference or deviation in this because the difference is going to be very less between the highest and lowest values. So it is affected by very much by its extreme values. So these are the demerits of standard deviation. It is difficult to calculate and understand. It cannot be used for comparing the dispersion of two or more given series in different units, and it is affected very much by its extreme values. So let's see the standard deviation formula. So standard deviation ST is represented by sigma. Okay, it is represented by sigma for population mean. So this is the sigma thing. So and it is represented by small s for sample mean. So the standard deviation is represented by sigma for population mean, and for sample data it is represented by small s. So for population data it is represented by sigma, and for sample data it is represented by small s. So many times we will be confusing sigma. See, we will tell this also as sigma. Okay, many of us used to tell this also as sigma, but this is what is summation. Exactly, it is summation. So it is exactly called as summation, and this is only sigma. But sometimes even myself also I used to tell sometimes this is as sigma, but to say exactly which is sigma, this is the sigma, and this like you are putting, no, that is called as summation. Okay. So let's see the population formula for standard deviation and the sample formula for so if the data is given in population, you have to use the first formula, that is sigma is equal to square root of x minus x bar, summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by n. So sigma is equal to square root of summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by n. Whereas in population mean, the x bar is represented as mu. That's why I have given the other formula also. Sigma is equal to square root of summation of x minus mu square divided by n. X minus mu square divided by n. So mu is not by it is more or less x bar. Okay, summation of x minus mu whole square divided by n. So to avoid confusion, better use this first formula itself. There is nothing wrong. Okay, because sometimes you may not know what is mu, you will forget. So for that itself you can use the first formula itself, where sigma is standard deviation of population, x bar or mu is population mean, and n is sample size. So I told if the sample size is less, okay, less than 30 like that and all, no. So that time they will be giving find the standard deviation of the given sample. If they are asking, use the second formula. Suppose if they are asking find the standard deviation of the given population data or data of population, in such cases use the first formula. Okay, so for the given sample, if they are asking, small s is equal to square root of summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1. Okay, so here n minus 1. In population it is n, the denominator. In a sample the denominator is n minus 1, where x bar is small s is standard deviation of sample, n is sample size, x bar is sample mean. Okay, so in this, small s represents what? Standard deviation of sample. N represents what? Sample size. X bar represents what? Sample mean. Next, we will see some examples of calculating standard deviation for raw data using the given formulas. So, example 1. So, find the standard deviation of the given population data 3, 6, 4, 5, 7, 8, 2. So, here n is how much? How much observations we have given? 7 observations. So, n is 7 samples. We have given 7 population data is 7. Okay. So, x bar. So, when it comes to x, what are all the values? You have to find out x bar. So, first step is find n. Okay. You have find out n. How much n? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 samples. So, totally there are 7 samples. So, your n is 7. Okay. So, the data is 7. N is equal to 7. So, next step what you have to find out is find out x bar. So, x bar, how you will be finding out? X bar is equal to summation of x divided by n. So, x bar is equal to what, ma? Summation of x divided by n. N already we have found out. N is equal to 7. So, here you have to find out summation of x. How you will find out summation? Summing up means totaling. So, all x values you have to plus 3 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 2. So, when you are totaling, the summation of x value comes 35. So, therefore, what you have to do? X bar you have to substitute in the formula. 35 divided by 7, which is equal to 5. So, now what you have to do? So, you have calculated x bar. Now, so this x bar is nothing but population mean. Either you can use the first formula, or if you are using second formula, it is mu. Okay. So mean is equal to 5. Next step. Okay. Second step is find out x minus x bar. So you have to find out x minus x bar. X minus x bar how much, ma? Okay. X minus x bar is 5. Okay. So x minus 5. So the x values, what you have to do? You have to minus it by means of 5. So first value is 3. 3 minus 5 is equal to minus 2. Second value 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. Next 4 minus 5 is equal to minus 1. Fourth value 5. 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. Fifth value 7. 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. Sixth value 8. 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Seventh value 2. 2 minus 5 is equal to minus 3. Next step what you have to. So we have completed first step. We have completed second step. Next we are moving on to third step. That is find out x minus x bar whole square. So how you have to find out x minus x bar whole square? Already we have found out x minus x bar. No. So we have to square it up. So minus 2 square, minus into minus plus. It is 4. 1 square 1. Minus 1 square 1. 0 square 0. 2 square 4, 3 square 9, minus 3 square again plus 9. So after that we have completed this step. So what is step 4? In step 4 we have to find out summation, totaling of x minus x bar whole square. So total all the values. If you are totaling all the values, 2 square 4, 1 square 1, minus 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 3 square 9. So calculate it. 4, 5, 6, 10, 19, 28. So your answer is 28. Summation of x minus x bar square is equal to 28. So next is finally what you have to do. You have to substitute everything in the formula, standard deviation formula. So since this is population mean, I am taking this formula. Sigma is equal to square root of summation of x minus x bar square divided by n. So summation of x minus x bar square how much? 28. N how much? 7. So substitute in the formula. Okay, so standard deviation is equal to 28 by 7. So 28 by 7 how much? Square root of 4. Okay, so you will be getting 4 square root of 4. Okay, so it is a perfect square number. So by directly we are saying we can write standard deviation is equal to 2. Okay, standard deviation of the given population is 2. But if you are not able to find out, suppose if the answer comes like a standard deviation of 8 like that and all, which is not a perfect square number, in such cases and all, what you have to do, you have to use a calculator and you have to find out the answer, and you can do it by means of a calculator. You can find out the square root. Okay, so this is for population mean. One more example we will see for sample data. So next to find the standard deviation of the given data sample. So here find the standard deviation of the given data sample. Here it is 5, 4, 6, 9. So standard deviation. So for sample I have given. So what formula you have to use? Small s is equal to square root of summation of x minus x bar square divided by n minus 1. So here step 1 what? You have to find out n. Then step 2 you have to find out x bar. Step 3 you have to find out x minus x bar. Then step 4 you have to find out x minus x bar square. Step 5 you have to find out summation of x minus x bar whole square. And in step 6 you have to substitute in the formula. So let's do it. So here what? N how much ma? How many samples? 1, 2, 3, 4. So n is equal to 4 samples. Next x bar you have to find. What is the formula for calculating x bar? Summation of x divided by n. So calculate all the n values. 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 9 divided by 4. So 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 6, 15, 15 plus 9, 24. So 24 divided by 4, which is equal to 6. So x values you write. Then you have to find what is the next step, x minus x bar. So x minus what is x bar? 6. 5 minus 6 minus 1, 4 minus 6 minus 2, 6 minus 6 0, then 9 minus 6 3. Next x minus x bar whole square you have to find out. What is 1 minus 1 square? Plus 1. Minus 2 square? Plus 4. 0 square? 0. 3 square? 9. So sigma x minus x bar square is equal to 14. Next what you have to add everything. Summation of x minus x bar whole square. 4 plus 1 5. Okay, 5 plus 9 14. So next what you have to do? You have to substitute in the formula. So substitute in the formula. S is equal to square root of summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1, which is equal to square root of 14 divided by 4 minus 1. N is 4, so you are minusing 1 now. So what comes? 4 minus 1 is 3. The denominator is 3 and the numerator is 14. So square root of 14 by 3, which is equal to square root of 4.67. So this is not a perfect square number. So what you have to do, with the help of calculator, you have to calculate the square root. So your standard deviation will be 2.16. So the standard deviation of the given sample data is 2.16. Hope this video is clear for you all. I have given a detailed explanation. In my next video, I'll be posting on how to calculate for discrete series or continuous data. Okay, standard deviation for continuous data or discrete series, how you have to calculate that I will be posting in my next video. And after that, I will be posting a video on variance also. So variance and standard deviations, if you are taking square of standard deviation, it comes variance. It is also very easy. So after completing standard deviation series, I'll be posting video on variance also. Hope this video has given a detailed picture about standard deviation. If still you have any doubts, feel free to post your doubts in comment section. You can watch our channel playlist for more nursing related videos, question paper related videos and all, as well as with regard to nursing research and statistics videos also. Thank you friends. Keep support to Science Easy Tech channel. Don't forget to press the like button and subscription. Thank you once again.